Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we are invading Western France and Southern France, and generally France. But we have a heavy cruiser trying to stop us, which we should be able to blow up. Yeah, hopefully, as I said at the end of the last episode, we should be able to take out the French. We will hopefully take over the remaining bits of Spain, hopefully get conquests on those. I then kind of want to build up a little bit and see who is next. Who's gonna try and attack us? Because yeah, there really isn't any other nation apart from Japan who has solid armor logistics. So if we keep Japan sweet on us, and they do quite like us, take out the others, and then fight Japan right at the end. I don't know. We'll have to see, but it would be amazing if I could take out every single nation. That would be hilarious. Oh, you're not having a good day. Poor old Foudroyant. Very severely outnumbered. Wondering why it's just going in a circle. It must be on a screen command for the transports, which really limits its ability to do anything sensible. On pretty well, actually. Got a dry section in the middle here that's keeping the ship afloat. Transport's not holding up quite as well. Even pumped a section out. Somewhat impressive. Let's not ram sinking wrecks. Condorcet the Cursed sinks. Absolutely cursed name, that. There we go. Finally she goes down. And there's 2 transports left. 1 transport left. And I don't think the Strasbourg's going to last. What did they say about ramming? Ah, but Admiral, you mentioned ramming. And then all the crew could say is ram, ram, full speed ahead, ram. Yes, I missed the don't at the start. Right, back to invading, I think. There we go. France is gone. A little bit of a wrinkle is that the Japanese apparently are getting Spain, which I'm a little bit pissed off by, but it's fine. I did remember to go pick off the French over there. We've taken Laos, so we are once again at peace. Well, almost. We're also we've got a conquest mission against Ireland, which I thought I would take the opportunity to clear up that little little wrinkle potentially. I don't think they're allied to anyone. That means everybody likes us, mostly. The United States are the least liking of us. Our new battlecruisers are finished, which is very exciting. So I think we need to get some more ships on the go. I did see that we'd unlocked a new light cruiser. So I am tempted to do that. We also have the Mark IV 10-inch guns, which means more refits, potentially. Contemporary and Overlords and stuff probably also need refits, but I'll probably, at this point... Yeah, we're starting to get the Mark Vs in the small guns, and we're starting to get Mark IV big guns, so I'll wait until the Mark IV 12s are done, and then do a round of refits. Or do I just wait? I could wait till I get the Mark V guns to do the refits, because they won't be... Because then I'll need to do 2 refits, basically, if I do one now. But I think, given how old these ships are, especially these two, the Contemptors and the Overlords, they definitely should get a refit as soon as that 12-inch gun is done. And then, really, we're then refitting our bigger ships. Right, new ship, new design. I think we have light cruisers. We also have destroyers. Some light cruisers and destroyers will be good because we just need ships to cover all the new territory we just took. Light cruisers and destroyers are the most efficient way of doing that. We do also have some more heavy cruisers we could start building as well. There's just an awful lot of building to do. Is it the... Oh, heavy scout cruiser is an armoured cruiser. Okay, I thought it was a light cruiser. Do you have the modern light 2? This one is the Defender, right? Yeah. Let's have the generic hull. I think you make something on this. I did find this hull a bit thick. So I'm going to reduce the draft a bit. Triangular towers. Love me a triangular tower. Make them as long as possible. Yeah. How fast can this thing go? 32. That's pretty good. Rear tower. Much of a muchness. I think that one's probably the best price to performance. What weight-wise, I mean. And a funnel. Good. And this is going to be a light cruiser, so either 6 or 7s. probably. Let's go 7s. Not that bit then. Actually look comically small on this ship. Those 7-inch guns. I might reduce the beam on this ship as well. Gives it this weird kind of flying bridge, but I kind of on out the sides, but I kind of like that. It's unusual to see that. Secondary guns, probably just a scattering of 2-inch. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Again, you should feel like I should be able to fit a torpedo launcher in here, but nope. I'd have to put them on the back, which I don't want to do. I think that's a pretty decent little compact light cruiser. Right. I think we'll just go diesels, double diesels. Throw on our usual selection of components. TNT4, that's very nice. So the semi-auto turrets. Sonar and RDF. Right, gun lengths longer, please. Right, yeah, we want a 6-inch belt, kind of minimum. Very good. 7 on the turret tops. Probably 1.5 on the main deck. 0.5 on the extended. 1.5 on the squishy bits. Um, 7 on the tower. Max out those layers. We still have weight remaining. That's pretty nice. Also, not crazy. In fact, these are less than the Defenders. That's crazy. With max range as well. These things are perfect for what I want. What do you think about a name? The Defiant class. Yes, absolutely. I think these will do very nicely indeed. Just a smidge under 12. In fact, let's make them 12,000 exactly. Under $250 million. Perfect. Nasty little thing, potentially. Yeah, we want a bunch of those. Let me go figure out how many. Alright, I decided to build 20, which totally fills up our shipbuilding cap, but 20 of those will be super useful. I think then we get some destroyers, and then we get some heavies, and then we can go back to capital ship construction. Right, let's rebalance the spending and enjoy a post-war boom, although It's only 3% just now. It should kick off, and we should get some should get some good growth going. Okay, welcome back. We have taken Ireland. We've got a conquest over here on Kuwait. We've got another one on southern Spain. We just have this very annoying incursion. Politics-wise, our economy is off to the races. Japan is at war with America, which is interesting. The Americans have a bigger... Well, they don't have a bigger fleet, but they have a heavier fleet. But the Japanese have the superior economy, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. We are getting increasingly negative with the United States, so I'm going to try and prepare for an attack on them. Their army logistics is 31%, so we could potentially push outwards from Maine, but I think we need to get basically everything we can over here to sort them out. But we do need more destroyers. We need more destroyers. Because, yeah, we've got so much extra territory now that I don't want to lose transports left and right all over the place. So we've got the destroyer leader. We also have the hybrid. I'm not a huge fan of the hybrid. That can end up being too big. But I think we can make something okay on the leader. Especially if we kind of... Because the firestorms, where are they? They're about 2.5. So if we go for a 3,000-ton destroyer, that's a pretty large ship. It's going to be the Falchions. The modern... Oh, that's actually better and lighter. That one, please. It's a pretty large tower. Maybe the slightly shorter one. Possibly. See what the guns look like. Oh no, they look okay. So we're going to go triples. Basically a firestorm, but bigger. We'll put the secondary tower up here because I kind of like doing that. A funnel. Maybe fit the torpedoes here. No. Especially not when I upgrade the size. So torpedoes are going to be aft, but we'll put them kind of here. I think quintuple launcher like that. Pretty spread out layout. We're gonna go super diesels on these, I think. Unless the turbines are lighter. No, they're not. Super diesels. That'll give them loads of range, which is great for their power projection and general ability to intercept enemy raiders. Semi-auto loaders. Oh, we can give them 24-inch oxygen torps. Smashing. Sonar RDF. Standard bulkheads. 36 knots. It does add a little bit of weight, but I think it's worth it. There's no armour on the ship yet, which is potentially a slight issue, but it's okay. I think it's looking decent, to be honest. Right, armour. something along these lines. 2% overweight. Mainly in those torpedo tubes. Let's carry 4 instead of 5 then. 1 ton! Turret tops. There you go. The Falchion. Not a crazy destroyer by any means, but that's a pretty heavily armed destroyer with 9 5-inch guns. They will do a pretty decent job, I think, of just making sure we don't lose too many transports. I'll go see how many I can afford to build. Well, this happened a little bit sooner than I wanted, but okay, fine. We'll go to war with the Americans again. Not really ready. Kind of a bit soon because we're still trying to wrap up these conquests. But I guess at least all my battleships are already at sea. No refits for them because again it's like, nope, we're at war again. Dearie me. I think, yeah, once we wrap things up, I think going for the eastern US is going to be tricky. Because you got, yeah, southeastern with 3. I think the Gulf Coast is the weakest, so we'll go for the Gulf Coast. It also has oil. Yeah, we'll do that, but we've got to wait 2, 3 turns before we can go on the offensive. Well, no surprises that it's the Lucin that is the first one to engage the enemy. The fleet has wrapped up dealing with Spain and Kuwait, and they're either already off the Gulf Coast or soon to arrive. I think once the Falchions finish, I'm going to refit all of our destroyers because we've unlocked radar and the Mark V guns for them, including the ones I just built. And I won't go through that process because it'll be very kind of dull. Just doing destroyers. There's not going to be any radical refits or anything. Just giving them some quality of life upgrades. And those new oxygen torpedoes. Because that'll let us, like, because they're so quick to refit, it shouldn't be too bad. Whereas the capital ships, it's very difficult to refit them during a war because I need them to invade stuff. Yeah, that poor American cruiser just getting pummeled. Absolutely pummeled. Closer. Get some pens. Partial pens and fires are fine, but it's a very slow way to sink a ship. Switch to AP. Come for you, America. Alright, the South Dakota, which is the exact same class of battleship they had the last time we fought them, has run into this fleet. This is all the battle cruisers, which is probably one of the worst fleets it could possibly run into. Featuring, as it does, our most up-to-date capital ships. So, yeah, cool. Chance to sink one. Please tell me they haven't just. They haven't. Mind you, their economy is kind of stuffed. Maybe they haven't been able to afford anything navy-wise. Well, they're going to really regret that, because we're just going to be able to absolutely smash them up if that's the case. There we go. Look at this modern Bismarck. I know it's a Bismarckish ship. It's like a minimalist Bismarck, this thing. Enemy in sight. Fires there might be running away, but they are not. Mind you, I guess they can't get away, so... Actually, no, you guys go that way. Already under fire, but already returning fire as well. Those long 49 caliber 15.2s. Only Mark II, of course, whereas the Chalices are rocking Mark IIIs. Good hit. It's on the forward deck. Running. It's these shells that are probably going to do the real damage. No. Oh, it's the superstructure. It can be pretty nasty. Now they're taking very serious hits. Oh, broadside on to all those 15-inch guns. I think they even had a flash fire and I missed it. Doesn't matter. They're just being completely obliterated. It was never a fair fight. Alright, next up we have a battle between the Salzburg, which is one of the brand new Defiant class light cruisers against the heavy. I'd normally just ignore this, but I kind of want to see if those 7-inch guns do punch above their weight, and to try out the class in a combat situation. I think that's it's always worth doing. Even if I reckon that, you know, we're going to have to... We're going to have to withdraw here. We can at least get some interesting combat data. Oh, lovely day. Bright. Sunny. Obviously we need to take out that destroyer first. Assuming they're going to fire torpedoes as they sink. So we'll just go around. No, they didn't. Still, we're able to take out that destroyer pretty easily. Rude. Couple of partials. Ooh, getting pretty close. Firestorm, do you want to just go in and dump some torps? Yes, you do. Okay, they're going to miss, but appreciate the effort. Right, AP. See what you can do. Hey, not bad. That was a main belt pen. This one, I think. More flooding from another main belt pen. Ooh, yes please. I like that. The Defiance can take on the American heavy cruisers. Not the Americans have a lot of heavy cruisers, but that's super useful for us. Look at that. Shredding them. Because these things have a 5.8 inch main belt, but it's only 130% quality. It's Crook 2. We have Crook 5. More flooding. Oof. Nasty hit from a high explosive shell. That flooding is potentially critical. If we can just get a flooding hit on the forward section, I think they're done for. Like that. There you go. Wow. Good job. Very good job. Taking out a... Okay, to be fair, that heavy cruiser is cheaper, but still. Light cruiser taking out a heavy. I'll take it. Alright, I think I'll end the episode there. We've had a nice little opening against the US. Oh, that was their only armored. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hadn't noticed. They were all with bloody everybody. Whoops. That's a bit of a diplomatic boo-boo. Okay, so they've got 5 battleships, 2 lights, and a destroyer. We can take out the 2 lights at the start of the next episode. That'll leave them with a destroyer and some battleships. And, yes, we can invade the United States. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we are jumping straight into the action as we go back to war with the Americans, and we prepare to invade Florida, and I guess, like, Alabama and Texas. that part of the world. But first, the Meteor, one of the new Defiant class ships, has the Langley in her sights. We know that this class is capable against armoured cruisers and destroyers. See how she does against a pretty thinly skinned light cruiser. That is basically a torpedo platform, this thing, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that accuracy. That's without a radar fire control system. Oh, they get a hit in. Of course they do. I should think high explosives is going to be pretty effective against that cruiser. Get some flooding. Slow it down. Throw some damage on it. Try and blow the torpedoes off. There you go. Okay. Very good. Now switch to AP. Try and get some flooding in the middle. Short range torps on that thing, so slowing it down's pretty helpful. They're going to surrender. All those vulnerable bits on the decks. Yeah. Massive weakness of throwing a ton of torpedo launchers on your decks like that is you lose so much crew, because you basically have crew in completely unarmored positions. Whereas the crew on the Meteor all nice and safe behind at least some armor plating. Right, let's go from fast-paced action to slow-paced action, because this is an ambition class. It's just going to take forever, but we do also have the Spervio Cobra class, so we might be able to get some torpedoes, but I'm just going to time-lapse to when I'm actually in range of something. Alright, hello. The Spervio 2, or Spervio the 2nd, tried their best, but they didn't sink. Which is probably all that can really be expected. Destroyer versus light cruiser. The light cruiser should have that down, no problem at all. Styria has gotten a couple of hits in, but again, is just very slowly advancing on the convoy. But is actually able to fire now, so there's something to talk about. And has reasonable accuracy, so just waiting for that elusive hit that does some proper damage. What are you firing? You're firing AP. Just fire a high explosive, I would say. Five-inch guns opening up as well. They'll probably... They might do something, actually. Also get the rear turret involved. There you go. It's more like it. Heavy damage on the stern. Firing our own torpedo. As with the other ships in this class, we just need to batter them. You can see that the crew losses go up really fast when you shoot them with high explosive. A nice solid hit on the bows. Yeah, just like that. Good. Some a little more high explosive. Ooh. Wow, they really did get a flooding hit. Now we found the guy with the bucket. Switch to AP again. I want to try and flood the ship out, but because we'll need AP to get these middle sections. There we go. Now we just need one more section to flood, and they'll sink. There you go. Goodbye to them, and I won't make you sit through. In fact, even if Styria can catch up to the transports, don't know the status of these sectors, but if they're red, then I can't pump them out. But I will see you back on the map. Welcome back. Look at this. We've taken the Gulf Coast. This offensive is not going anywhere. I'm trying to work out what the next... I think we go for the western US. As it happens. I think we hit the western US and lock off the Pacific from the Americans. That's what I'm going to go try and do. What have we got here? Oh no, don't want to try and kill a battleship, even though we do have a bunch of destroyers here. It seems like a good way of losing a bunch of them. Welcome back. We have taken the western US and the southeastern seaboard, and we're blockading the Americans now. But for some reason, I can't launch a naval invasion, which is very strange. I have enough tonnage. I don't know why it's blocked, but the Guard are starting to make progress. They've inflicted some pretty punishing losses. So hopefully we'll just be able to walk into the eastern US. Then the central US will disappear, but I don't think any other nation can attack it because it's landlocked. So that's absolutely fine. Let's just double check the American... No, they have 3 provinces. 3? Where the hell's the 3rd? How very curious. They own something in the Pacific? I thought we took everything off them. Oh, the Aleutian Islands. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave a fleet here. These guys are going off to take Timor. Yeah, I'm going to send the battleships over to the Aleutian Islands to take those, clean that up, and yeah, we'll just keep on attacking the Americans, I guess. Welcome back, as some battleships are attacking the forces defending Alaska. Well, the Aleutians. I figured out why I couldn't launch a naval invasion of the eastern seaboard. It was because the Japanese were trying to invade it. And I had to wait for their invasion to time out, which is not something I knew happened, but there you go. If you ever run into that, you're like, why can't I not launch a naval invasion? It might be because the country you're trying to invade is at war with someone else, and they are trying to invade them. But that's sorted. I think the eastern seaboard is about to fall. The Aleutians won't last very long, and then we'll be able to take out the US. Oh, it's going well. I don't think I've ever attacked the US before in a YouTube campaign. I'm pretty sure I haven't. So this might be the most ridiculously successful campaign that I've ever run. Obviously, we're not finished yet. We've still got China, we've still got Japan, Germany, and Russia kicking about. But it's going to give us a nice little run with a huge amount of resources to build up a properly nasty fleet and just absolutely wreck our way across the rest of the world. Let's see if we can't do a total victory. I don't think I've had those yet. Well, not since whatever update it was where they added the 1965 end date and the full map. It's quite hard to get a total victory, like, rather than I've pretty much won retirements. But with Britain, France, Spain, soon to be the United States all out of the picture, that's pretty huge. I think Japan's probably going to be the most difficult of the remaining powers to deal with. William R. Rush rushing the line and getting sunk, although annoyingly did fire torpedoes. So we'll go harder starboard. Thought they fired their torps. We've gone past us by now. Anyway, I'll go sink those two transports and I'll see you back on the map. There we go. Confirmation that we have in fact taken the eastern seaboard of the US, and they have one turn, and then we'll take the eastern Aleutians, and then the central US will just explode, and we will have taken out another player. So I'm going to go end the turn. And there we go. Confirmation that the US is gonzo. Right. Well, they also can't come back because we hold all of their ports. And we really do have a global empire at this point. The only bit we don't really have much presence on is Asia. Well, I'm sure we can fix that. So yes, next episode is going to be preparing for whatever is going to come next. But we have pretty solid relations with everybody, which is really helpful. So I'm going to cut back transport spending. Oh, right. I thought it had gone from positive to negative. I was like, what on earth? We will put the fleet back onto limited. And I will see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye-bye for now.